الرحمن الرحيم. This is chapter 1. كيف أقضي يومي. أنام مبكرا في الليل وأقوم مبكرا في الصباح. أستيقظ على اسم الله وذكره. أستعد للصلاة ثم أذهب مع والدي إلى المسجد، والمسجد قريب من بيتي، فأتوضأ وأصلي مع الجماعة، وأرجع إلى البيت وأتلو شيئا من القرآن الكريم، ثم أخرج إلى البستان وأجري، ثم أرجع إلى البيت فأشرب اللبن وأستعد للذهاب إلى المدرسة، وأفطر إذا كانت أيام الصيف، وأتغدى إذا كانت أيام الشتاء، وأصل إلى المدرسة في الميعاد، وأمكث في المدرسة 6 ساعات، وأسمع الدروس بنشاط ورغبة، وأجلس بأدب وسكينة، حتى إذا انتهى الوقت وضرب الجرس خرجت من المدرسة ورجعت إلى البيت. ولا أقرأ بعد صلاة العصر إلى المغرب. وفي بعض الأيام أمكث في البيت، وفي بعض الأيام أذهب إلى السوق وأشتري أواحج البيت، وفي بعض الأيام أخرج مع أبي أو أخي إلى بعض الأقارب، أو ألعب مع إخوتي وأصدقائي، وأتعشى مع والدي وإخوتي، وأحفظ دروسي، وأطالع للغد وأستعد للدرس، وأكتب ما يأمر به المعلم، وأصلي العشاء وأقرأ قليلا، ثم أنام على اسم الله وذكره. تلك عادتي كل يوم لا أخالفها. وأقوم مبكرا يوم العطلة أيضا، وأصلي مع الجماعة وأتلو القرآن، وأقضي اليوم في مطالعة كتاب ومحادثة مع أبي وأمي وإخوتي، وفي زيارة قريب أو عيادة مريض، وأمكث أحيانا في البيت وأخرج أحيانا إلى الخارج. Now, so after reading the text, the next thing is to translate the text. Inshallah. كيف in Arabic is used to ask about your condition. للسؤال عن الحال is used to ask about the condition of something, and it translates to how in English. How, like we say, we want to ask about your condition, I would say كيف أنت, how are you? كيف البيت, how's the house? كيف الأسرة, how's the family? أقضي is a verb from قضى يقضي قضاء, that is to spend, to end your day. How did you end or spend? So how do you earn or spend something? So that's what to spend, that's the meaning of قضاء يقضي قضاء. يومي is a compound noun, right? Possessive construction, which means my day. But yawmun itself means a day. Yawmun, a day. Al-yawm is the day. Yawmun, a day. And the plural of that is ayyam. Yawmun, the plural is what? Ayyam. So this, it will be our methodology when we learn an ism. If it has like a jamma, the jamma is called plural. we are going to learn that, and this is how we build a solid vocabulary, and we can then use it to now practice with the Quran. Things that we have learned here, we are going to make practice of it in the Quran. So this will be our approach. We are not just learning Arabic for Arabic's sake. We want to use it to enhance our understanding of the Quran. May Allah make it easy. Yawmi means my day. Now the next line, it says Anamu mubakkiran fil layli wa aqumu mubakkiran fis sabah. So anamu is a verb meaning from nama, yanamu, naum, aw manam. So all these vocabulary I'm going to give us like a sheet after this lesson, inshallah. Nama, yanamu, naumun, aw manamun. Naum aw manam means sleep, right? Nama means to sleep. Yanam means what? He is sleeping. So here anam means I am sleeping, or I sleep. So here it says anamu mubakkiran fil layl. I sleep early at night. I sleep early at night. So these roots that I'm giving us when it comes to verb, I'm going to give us a sheet after. So we need to use it. So it may be strange, and that's because we are learning it for the very first time. So over time we're going to get used to it, and inshallah I also plan to dedicate a day for live sessions where you get to ask questions, right? So be the light ta'ala. So ana mubakkiran fil layl. Mubakkiran means early. Fil layl means at night. Al-layl is night. So the opposite of night is what? Yawm. Yawmun wa layl. So layl, and the plural of layl is al-layali. Al-layl, al-layali. Laylun, layali. So all these again, you're going to get the sheet just to listen to it and hear it over and over. وأقوم مبكرا في الصباح. The verb أقوم is from the verb قام يقوم قيام, like يوم القيامة. So قام means to stand. يقوم means he is standing, or he will stand, or he stands, right? Or he gets up. Qama means to get up, right? So that's why Yawm al-Qiyamah is the day of resurrection, like the day we are going to get up, right? Something like that. Not get up per se, but resurrection is the suitable translation for that in English. So Mubakkiran, again, this is the second time we are saying the word. It means early. Mubakkir, early, right? Fi sabah, that is in the morning. As-sabah, in the morning. Good. Astayqidhu ala ismillahi wa dhikri. Right? I wake up, or I get up. Astayqidh, I wake up rather. So astayqidh, istiqadh means to get up. Right? It's from the verb istayqadha. Yastayqidhu istiqadhun. That is the verb to get up. Istayqadha. He got up. Yastayqidhu is getting up, or he gets up, or he wakes up rather. So ala ismillah, mentioning the name of Allah. Ismun is name. Mentioning the name of Allah. So if we're going to be literal, this Allah will be on the name of Allah, but we need to be very sophisticated with the translation. So we say mentioning the name of Allah. Ismun is name, and the plural for that is asma. The plural of that is asma. That's why they say asma'ullah wa sifat. So asma is the plural of ism. Wa dhikr. Dhikr means what? And remembering him also. I wake up on that action. So I don't just stand up and like non-Muslim. No, I wake up and remember Allah. Now, dhikr means remembrance, and the plural for that, dhikrun, is remembrance, and the plural for dhikrun is azkar. Dhikrun, azkar. أستعد للصلاة ثم أذهب مع والدي إلى المسجد. That's the next sentence. أستعيد is from the verb استعد يستعد استعداد. استعد يستعد استعداد. Right? Meaning to prepare. To prepare. So here, Hamza again, you would notice this Hamza is reoccurring with verbs to show that I'm the one taking the action. Anam, aqum, astayqiz, asta'id. I said ista'adda, yasta'iddu, ista'idad. Asta'iddu means what? To prepare. I prepare what? Salah, for salah. I prepare for salah, for the prayer. ثم أذهب مع والدي إلى المسجد. ثم is like a particle meaning then. أذهب, ذهب, يذهب, ذهاب means what? To go, to go. So يذهب is going or it goes. But here again, I'm the one doing the action. Again, Hamza. أذهب, I go. مع والدي, because it is habitual. So I won't say I am going or I will go. So the context shows that it is habitual, it's something I do every day. So I have to translate this as what? I go with my father. Walid is father. Walidun, father. Walidatun, mother. When they are two, the two of them together, we call them walidan. That is parents. Wabil walidaini ihsana in the Qur'an. So when they are two, it becomes walidan. Walidain. You see the two, forms in the Quran. Now, wabil walidaini ihsana, that is, be dutiful to your parent, be good to them. So walid, father. And you would also see when I want to say I possess something, I'm using ya, like walidi, my father, yaumi, my day. Okay. أذهب مع والدي إلى المسجد. I go with my father to the mosque. والمسجد قريب من بيتي. Good, we've learned a new word. Masjid means mosque, right? So mosque, masjid, mosque. When the masjid is more, it becomes what? Masajid. وأن المساجد لله in the Quran. وأن المساجد لله فلا تدعوا مع الله أحد. Masajid, the plural of masjid, masajid. مساجد قريب والمسجد قريب من بيتي, and the mosque is close to my house. Beiti, again, the ya shows I own the noun, right? My house. So Beitun is house, and the plural for Beit is buyut. You see fi buyutin hadin Allah and turfa asmuhu, and like that in the Quran also. Buyut is the plural of what? Beit. Buyut is the plural of what? Beit. You need to remember plurals. فأتوضأ وأصلي مع الجماعة. So توضأ يتوضأ توضؤ is a verb meaning to perform ablution. Since I'm the one performing it, I use Hamza again to show I'm the one taking the action. Atawadda'u. The fa means what? Then. The fa is to show like a sequence of the way things are happening, the steps, right? Fa means what? Then I do what? I perform ablution. Then I perform ablution. وَأُصَلِّي مَعَ الْجَمَاعَةِ, and I pray with the congregation. وَأَرْجِعُ إِلَى الْبَيْتِ وَأُصَلِّي. The verb to pray means صَلَّى يُصَلِّي صَلَاتٌ. صَلَّى يُصَلِّي صَلَاتٌ. That is, صَلَّى means pray. Yusalli means what? He is praying or you pray. But here, usalli, I pray ma'al jama'a, with the congregation. I say salatun, there's a reason for that. So the masdar by rule is supposed to be tasliya, but again we'll leave that. Our focus in these lessons is vocabulary. We want to build a lot of vocabularies or vocabulary. Yeah. وأرجع الجماعة means congregation. وأرجع إلى البيت وأتلو شيئا من القرآن الكريم. رجع يرجع means to return. رجع يرجع رجوع means to return. رجوع, that is returning. The verbal noun is the one I do, like I give the form that I give thought. All this that I'm saying, inshallah, I'll get it in the sheets that will be released. So raja'a means to return. So raja'a yarji'u, that is the verb to return. Arji'u, I'm the one returning, so it shows I'm the one taking the action. So arji'u, I return ila al-bayt, to the house. So what is the plural for bayt? Buyut. Don't forget that. Buyut. Bayt, buyut. So we've encountered bayt. So, and this is how we develop this the understanding for this language. And you go to the Quran, you read surah, a very short surah like Surah Quraysh, li'ila fi Quraysh, فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ, bayt, house. So this is what we are saying about learning Arabic, always connecting it back to the Quran. Anytime you have a chance to, like connecting it back. So yeah, bayt, house. وَأَتْلُو شَيْئًا مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. Tala yatlu means to read in this context. Tala yatlu, in this context it means what? To read. Tala yatlu tilawa. Tala yatlu tilawa, that is read. To read is a verb to read, right? Atlu, I read. Shay'an, I read something from the Quran, from the glorious Quran. Al-Karim means something glorious, from the glorious Quran. ثم أخرج إلى البستان وأجري. Then after I do that, I go to the garden and I run. So this man is trying to show us that Islam is a complete religion. It's not just about reading or praying. We need to exercise. So he's saying that he exercises in the morning. So ثم أرجع إلى البيت. Again, we can see this again repeated. The author is also using a pattern of repeating things so that it sticks. أرجع إلى البيت, أرجع إلى البيت. So again, return home. So you can then memorize that, phrase. So you can then memorize that sentence. Pardon me. فأشرب اللبن وأستعد فأشرب اللبن وأستعد للذهاب إلى المدرسة. So here the verb shariba, yashrabu, sharabun, is to drink. Shariba, he drank. Yashrabu, he will drink or is drinking. Then sharab is drinking itself. So here Hamza shows I'm the one doing it. Ashrabu, that I drink al-laban. Al-laban means what? Milk. I drink milk. Wa asta'iddu lidhab. Yasta'id. Can you remember this verb? We've seen it before. What does it mean? Yeah, to prepare. Ista'adda, yasta'iddu, ista'idadun. To prepare. Asta'iddu lidhahab. Al-dhahab, we've encountered this, is the verbal noun for dhahaba. That is, I prepare to go. So dhahaba, yadhabu, dhahabun. Dhahabun. So that's the verbal noun, that is going. I prepare to go. So there's the way we use this construction, right? We are not using the what is called the verbal noun itself, the gerund form, like I prepare going to the. So we translate it to the to and the the verbal form, but is understandable. It's a form in Arabic. Wa asta'idu lidhahab ila al-madrasa. That is, I prepare to go. Instead of I prepare going, we translate as I prepare to go to the madrasa. Good. Al-madrasa means school. Madrasa means what? School. The plural for madrasa is madaris. Madrasa, madaris. Wa uftiru إذا كانت أيام الصيف. I take breakfast. So aftara yuftiru is to take breakfast. Iftar. Aftara yuftiru iftarun. That is to eat breakfast. Sorry, to eat breakfast. إذا كانت أيام الصيف. When it's summer, I take my breakfast. وأتغدى إذا كانت أيام الشتاء. أتغدى means to eat lunch if it is winter. Yeah. So why these two different actions? When it's summer, the reason is because on summer days, according to my research, for summer days, the morning, the day is usually longer, so there is enough time for me to eat before going to school. But on winter days rather, so the days are usually shorter, so there is not enough time to do that before going to school. So I postpone that till like lunch on winter days, which is shorter. On winter days, which are always shorter, وأصل إلى المدرسة في الميعاد. And then I go to the school at the appointed time. At the appointed time, I go to school. So let's stop here and try to read the text again from the beginning, so that we check all those things we've learned. Again, أنام مبكرا في الليل وأقوم مبكرا في الصباح. أستيقظ على اسم الله وذكره. أستعد للصلاة ثم أذهب مع والدي إلى المسجد والمسجد قريب من بيتي. فأتوضأ وأصلي مع الجماعة وأرجع إلى البيت وأتلو شيئا من القرآن الكريم ثم أخرج إلى البستان وأجري ثم أرجع إلى البيت فأشرب اللبن وأستعد للذهاب إلى المدرسة وأفطر إذا كانت أيام الصيف وأتغدى إذا كانت أيام الشتاء وأصل إلى المدرسة في الميعاد. الميعاد is on time, like at the appropriate time. وأمكث في المدرسة 6 ساعات. أمكث is to stay. مكث يمكث مكوث, or مكث is to stay. Alright, I stay in the school for 6 hours. I stay in school for 6 hours. وأسمع الدروس. So المدرسة, we say madrasa, the plural for madrasa is madaris. And sa'at is the plural of sa'atun, that is hour. Sa'atun, hour. Sa'atun, hour. And the plural for that is sa'at, hours. وأسمع الدروس بنشاط ورغبة. And sami'a yasma'u means to listen. Sama'un is the verbal noun, masdar. So I listen to lessons. Darsun, the plural for darsun is durus. I listen to lessons. Binashatin, with manners or energetically. Waragba, and what? Attentiveness. وأجلس وأسمع الدروس بنشاط ورغبة. And I listen to lessons with activity, that is, I listen to lessons actively. ورغبة, and what? Energetically. رغبة, that is, you are showing excitement, you are interested in that thing. وأجلس بأدب وسكينة. Then I sit down بأدب, with manners, and what? Sakina, tranquility. I sit with manners and what? Attentiveness, like very calm. That's sakina. حتى إذا انتهى الوقت وضرب الجرس خرجت من المدرسة ورجعت إلى البيت, until the time ends, that is the time of the class, until it ends. وضرب الجرس, and the bell rings. So here again literally means the bell is rang, but saying the bell rings sounds better. خرجت من المدرسة, so خرجت من المدرسة, then I leave the خرجت من المدرسة, I leave the school, ورجعت إلى البيت, and return home. So خرجت here means what? I leave what? The school, right? So خرج يخرج, خروج means to go out of something, right? I leave the place, like I leave school. ورجعت, we said رجع يرجع رجوع, so this is like the past tense form, and there is a why it is past tense here, and we're translating as a present habitual tense, right? There's a reason for that, and that is because of either. Whenever you see either converts a past tense to a present form. When we get to grammar, we're going to discuss that. So rajat, that is I return. We already said raja'a. This root word raja'a means to return. So you focus on the root word, right? Ilal bait, bait, we already know bait. We should be familiar with bait now. Good. The next paragraph. ولا أقرأ بعد صلاة العصر إلى المغرب. So قرأ يقرأ قراءة means to read. قرأ he read, يقرأ he reads. قراءة means reading, right? أقرأ, again the answer shows I am doing the action. أقرأ ولا, this la is negation, that is I don't read after Salat al-Asr إلى المغرب, until Maghrib. I don't read after Salat al-Asr till Maghrib. وفي بعض الأيام أمكث في البيت. On some days I don't watch, I stay, sorry, وفي بعض الأيام أمكث في البيت. On some days I stay at home. مكث يمكث, we already said means to stay, so you can see this pattern repeating again. مكث means to stay, so I stay at home on some days. وفي بعض الأيام, like I told you, so that you know that when you're learning now, you make sure you learn the plural, so that you don't seem like you're learning new what you're learning is so much. No, يوم, a day, أيام, days, that's the plural. So on some days, أيام means days, is the plural for يوم, which is كيف أقضي يومي, like we started with, right? So it helps us to learn about the plural of some the ism, or we learn about the as well as, if we can, we also learn the opposite of those things. Now وفي بعض الأيام, and on some days, أذهب إلى السوق, I go to the market. So سوق is market, and the plural for سوق is what? أسواق. So and aswaq, we can find this word in the Qur'an. ما لهذا الرسول لا يأكل الطعام ويمشي في الأسواق ويمشي, and which kind of prophet is which kind of messenger is this? You know, he eats and also goes to the market, right? So market, aswaq in the Qur'an. So this is how then we begin to get closer to the Qur'an, as you can see. So it's not until you learn the whole word before you can relate with the Qur'an, right? So depending on your level and efforts, you begin to raise yourself up to the level of the Quran, and may Allah make it better understood, and may He make it impactful in our life. Now, adhab, we have seen the word again, means to go to the what is it called, to the market. Ashtari means to buy. Ishtara yashtari ishtira'un, that is to buy. That's the verb to buy. Ashtari hawahij al-bayt, I buy the what? the household needs. The household needs, I buy them. وفي بعض الأيام أخرج مع أبي أو أخي إلى بعض الأقارب. And on some days, خرج يخرج, we have seen this word before, خرجت, here. Alright, so what do you need to do after we finish this lesson? Read it over and over so that I get familiar. The more you read, the better it sticks. That's just the trick. Read it over and over and it will stick with the light until we are going to be spacing this lesson. We won't bombard ourselves with a lot of lessons. We're going to give it spaced intervals. Maha abi, that and then I go out with my father or akhi or my brother ila ba'd al-aqarib, to some close relatives. Qaribun aqarib. Qarib means close. Qarib also means close relatives. So, and the plural for that qarib is what? Aqarib. Good. أو ألعب مع إخوتي وأصدقائي, or I play لعب يلعب. لعب. نعم. So أو ألعب مع إخوتي أو وأصدقائي, or I لعب يلعب لعب means to play, and it's also in the Qur'an in Surah Yusuf. أرسل معنا غدا يرتع ويلعب. أرسل معنا يرتع ويلعب. That is to play with us, right? So Al-Abu, again, the Hamza shows I'm the one. So or I play with my brothers. So Akhun is what? Brother, and the plural for that is what? Ikhwatun. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Indeed, Muslims are nothing but what? Brothers. So ikhwa means what? Brothers. So, or ikhwan, like ikhwanul muslimin, something like that. So if you've heard that word, so the plural for akhun is what? Ikhwatun or ikhwan. Wa asdaqai, and my friends. Sadiqun is a friend, then asdaqaun is friends. So when it becomes mine, it becomes this yard, like we said, to show that I possess something. Okay, let's read this paragraph once again. ولا أقرأ بعد صلاة العصر إلى المغرب وفي بعض الأيام أمكث في البيت وفي بعض الأيام أذهب إلى السوق وأشتري حواجج البيت وفي بعض الأيام أخرج مع أبي أو أخي إلى بعض الأقارب أو ألعب مع إخوتي وأصدقائي. وأتعشى, the next paragraph, وأتعشى مع والدي وإخوتي وأحفظ دروسي. وأتعشى, that is I take dinner, I eat dinner. تعشى يتعشى تعشن أو تعشن. التعشي means to take dinner, to eat dinner, from Isha, from the word Isha, al-Asha qabla al-Isha, in the statement of the Prophet, the dinner before the Salat of Isha, so that you can concentrate. So al-Asha qabla al-Isha. So ata'asha means to eat dinner. Ma'a walidi. Walidi, we have met this word before, my father. Wa ikhwati, it is here again, we are saying the word again, my brothers. So akhun, the plural for akhun is ikhwatun. So when it is mine, it becomes ikhwati. Like if I say kitabun, when I want to say my book, I say kitabi. Qalamun, qalami. Wa ahfadhu durusi, then I memorize my lessons. Durus, again, we've seen the word darsun is lesson, a lesson, and durus is the plural. When it becomes my lessons, it becomes durusi. Wa ahfadhu durusi, then I memorize my lessons. Wa utali'u lil ghadi wa asta'iddu lid dars. Tala'a yutali'u mutala'atun, it means to revise, to review, right? To review. So utali'u lil ghad, I review, and wa ahfazu durus means I memorize my lessons. وأطالي means I review for tomorrow. وأستعد للدرس, then I also prepare for lessons. I prepare for the next day's lesson. وأكتب ما يأمر به المعلم. أكتب كتب يكتب كتابة, so means to write. كتب يكتب, فليكتب وليملل, so يكتب in the Quran, to write, right? To write. So كتب يكتب, nam, to write. Kitabatun is writing. So وأكتب, this answer also shows I'm the one doing it, and I write that which the muallim, the teacher, dictates, right? So I write that which the teacher what assigns. وأصلي يأمر, أمر يأمر means to instruct or to command or to assign. Al-muallim means what? Teacher. So the plural for that is muallimun. أمر يأمر أمر. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى. يأمر. إن الله يأمر بالإحسان. Allah commands, he instructs us with what? Good deeds. So this is what we mean. We are referring back to the Quran every year and then. So وأصلي, we've seen أصلي before. أصلي العشاء, I pray Isha. We've seen أقرأ again. وأقرأ قليلا, I read a bit. ثم أنام, we've seen أنام again. We've seen this sentence before, right? We've seen it. ثم means then, I sleep, mentioning Allah's name and what? Remembering Him. That is really maskar. تلك عادتي كل. عادة means a routine, right? عادة عادات. So there is an Arabic adat, lana adat, walighair adat. All of us have like our routines, right? The way we do our thing, right? So every people have their culture, so like the way they do their things. تلك عادتي كل يوم. This is my daily routine. لا أخالفها, I do not neglect it. خالف يخالف مخالفة أو خلاف. So خالف means to neglect or to have like a separation from something, right? So when there is no agreement, like I la ukhalifa, like I don't leave it. Ukhalifa means I leave it, like I negate it, or I am not in total with it, right? So but la ukhalifa, I don't neglect it. Again, we've seen akum before. Akum barkiran, I wake up or get up early. Yawm al-utla, I also get up early on holiday. Right? I get up early on holidays as well. Either means also. I also get up early on holidays. Wa usalli ma'al jamaha, then I pray with. We've seen this sentence again. Wa atlu Qur'an, then I read the Quran. وأقضي اليوم, then I spend the day. قضى يقضي قضاء, that I spend the day في مطالعة كتاب, reviewing a book. ومحادثة, or speaking with my father أبي وأمي, and mother. وإخوتي, and siblings or brothers. وفي زيارة قريب, for visiting a relative. Like I told you, I said قريب, a relative or something is close. It could be an adjective and it could be a noun, and we have similar thing in English as well, right? A word could function as a noun and as well function as an adjective, right? Here it's functioning as a noun, and when it functions as a noun, it means what? Your close relative, your relative. So, and the prayer for that is aqarib. أو عيادة مريض, or helping a sick or visiting a sick, if you want to put it that way. So عادة يعود means to help a sick or visit them. وأمكث, we sing it again. وأمكث أحيانا في البيت, sometimes I would stay home. وأخرج أحيانا إلى الخارج, sometimes I go out. So how does these stick? We read, if you can, read 20 times, to be honest. If you can. No one is born a dullard. Everyone is gifted. So what we just need to remember is that we need to know our strength. For some people, they read 5 times and it sticks. For others, it may require they read like 20 times before it sticks. So you need to kind of do a self-assessment to know your limits, right? So again, let's just read this last paragraph and call it a lesson. تلك عادتي كل يوم لا أخالفها وأقوم مبكرا يوم العطلة حيضة وأصلي مع الجماعة وأتلو القرآن وأقضي اليوم في مطالعة كتاب ومحادثة مع أبي وأمي وإخوتي. Abi, the plural for Abi is the plural for Abun. Abun is father. The plural for that is Aba. Ummun. The plural for Ummun is Ummaat. وفي زيارة قريب أو عيادة مريض. Marid is what? Is sick. And the plural for that is مرضى. So وأمكث أحيانا في البيت وأخرج أحيانا إلى الخارج. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it understood. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم.